Hey, what's up guys? So today what I want to do is talk about two tips that could help you get a smoother flight experience and hopefully smoother video for you guys to work with. And it doesn't really have to do much with PID or rate setup. Hopefully those kind of settings are good for your setup and the quad is reactive and it's predictable to you. So, you know, what I'm trying to look at is going forward, if you still aren't able to get a smooth flight experience, what else can you do? So two things that I've kind of been experimenting with for the last few months, and I think it kind of has helped me get a little bit more smoother video quality in my flights. And the first one is gimbal tension. And gimbal tension, I think a lot of people don't really talk about, and it really has to do with spring tension on these gimbals, right? I've been playing around with having them extremely tight and then having them extremely loose and kind of figuring out what type of results I get. And where I landed on that is that I want enough tension where it recenters, right? But I don't want enough tension, or I don't want tension that I'm biting the gimbal input. And I think that is something that some people do. They tighten them up because they feel good initially, but they don't realize that you might be fighting the gimbal, and that in turn may not give you a smooth video quality, a smooth flight experience. So this one's just personal preference, but I think it has a lot to do with getting smoother quality flight experience and video. And just loosen them up and see if you like them. You know, try out for a few weeks, and if it's not your thing, then tighten them back up. But I kind of fell on the other side of it, where I had them extremely tight, and I loosened them up, and I think it kind of has helped me get a little bit smoother video quality. So the next one I wanted to kind of talk about is more related to settings, and this is called set point weight. And I'm not going to talk about the technicalities of it, but I am going to talk about what to do and kind of what I did for the last few weeks. So set point weight is in the KISS V2 advanced tab. And basically what it is it's taking your inputs of your stick movements and kind of making them less reactive if you have it closer to 0 and more reactive if you have closer to 100. By default, I think KISS has set them up to be 100. And so they want it the most reactive from a default settings perspective. What I did was I dropped it down to about 50, and then I played around and incrementally increased it by like around 10, so I kind of landed on 90. And what that does is that it softens the input up a little bit, where I get the stick smoothening a little bit, and but still enough so the quad is reactive to my stick movements. So those are really the two major things that I found that has helped me over the past few weeks get smoother flight experience and smoother video. And it really doesn't have to do much with PIDs and rates. As long as those are in the ballpark of what you're comfortable flying, I would look at these next two things for the extra push to get smoother video and a smoother flight experience. So that's about it, guys. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and see you in the next one.
Stick to the beat, get ready to ignite.